everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm probably going to post this on both of my channels, both Life Post Stroke and my Hayes Tech and Ron Reviews channel. This is also going to be a very lightly edited, if edited at all, type of video. It's going to be just me speaking to you, straight from the heart, I guess, or it's just straight shit. I'm going to be telling you guys some stuff you need to know. Alright, before I get out of the way, I want to read the definition of insurance. Okay, now it is a noun. A practice or arrangement by which a company or government agency provides a guarantee of compensation for a specific loss, damages, illness, or death in return for a payment of a premium. Okay? Many new borrowers take out insurance against unemployment or sickness. And that's basically it. And this is right. Google the word insurance. This is the definition I got. I'm pretty sure it's not going to. I've got pretty bright lights over here, so you're not going to be able to see it. But that's the definition of insurance. Now I want to talk about a specific type of insurance and how I think it's a fraud. This is the so-called long-term disability insurance that most people can either purchase privately or purchase through their employer. Millions of people, like myself, purchase a supplemental disability insurance for reasons such as mine. I had a stroke in 2018, May of 2018, that left me disabled to the point where I can't work anymore. I had the forethought years ago to go ahead and get some extended insurance, extended disability insurance for just, some kind of catastrophe such as this. Now, most companies out there have what they call a short-term disability policy. Not all do, but a lot of good companies out there do. And the one I work for, right here, they did. And the company they used was called the Hartford. And I'm not sure if all insurance companies are this way or if it's just the Hartford. But I'm going to go ahead and get in. I'm going to get there, guys. But I want to explain the whole situation here as quickly as possible. I don't want to keep you here, forever. Through the short-term disability policy that, of course, my company provided, I didn't have to pay for that. If I was laid up, say I broke my leg, or I had a minor surgery, or even a major surgery, and I was out for up to, I think it's 4 months or something like that, it would kick in and it would pay up to a certain percent of what I made per month. It would look at my salary and pay, I think it's 80% of your salary, something like that. And it's not, it's not like you're bringing home a lot of money, but it helps to pay the bills. That, guys, I mean, if your company offers it, don't deny it. That is an awesome insurance to have. And that I will define as insurance. Insurance is something you don't have to pay back. You pay a premium for it. You rewind this and read and listen to the definition of insurance once again. Now, let's move on to the so-called long-term disability insurance. Now, the one that was offered through my company, again, was through the same carrier that our short-term disability policy was through, and that was the Hartford. Never in any demonstrations or explanations when they were there trying to pitch it to us every year annually when we were renewing everything, did they say, oh, by the way, guys, this long-term disability policy is not an insurance policy, it is a loan. Never did they say that. But in fact, it is a loan without interest. And let me explain. When I went out on long-term disability, of course, that kicked in right after my short-term disability ran its course. It was done. When that's done, then of course your long-term disability kicks in, and which was easy for me because it was the same company, so it just carried over. When that happened, I got a letter from them saying, you need to, we require you to, and again, this is something that they did not bring up in any of their little seminars they had at work. But in the letters and phone calls, they require me to sign up for Social Security through the government. And this is a requirement for anybody that gets on long-term disability through the Hartford. Again, I'm not saying any of the other companies. I'm specifically talking about the Hartford. And I thought it was kind of weird. I thought they were just trying to help me out, and that's the way they sounded over the phone and everything. It's in your best interest, that, because this isn't going to last forever. It's going to run out, and you want to make sure that you're on the ball and you get that going. Here's the problem. Whenever you apply for your Social Security, and it starts the process of going through, that's where they have you by the balls. Because if you are awarded your Social Security, the Social Security Administration pays you back from when you first applied for it. Now, there's a 5-month waiting period that they don't pay you anything. But after that 5-month waiting period, they will pay you right up to the date that you were approved. So you get a check in the mail. Okay, so I applied for it. Then, after I applied for it, I started getting letters from this insurance company saying, we need you to go over these policies and we need you to sign that you understand this. A lot of this stuff I didn't know about when I had purchased it. That, again, that anything that you are awarded by the Social Security Administration, or anything that you get paid, like say you had a part-time job, although I don't know how you would because you're disabled, or if you get paid by the Social Security Administration, you have to pay that back to them. I just had one more thing I had to add. I knew, see, this is how my brain works, because I'm so pissed off I couldn't even think about it. When I got my premium, or when I got my SSI awarded, I did read their thing about having to pay them back. But again, I was under the assumption that it was a percentage, because I'm allowed to make so much and still get this supplemental insurance. And again, that's not how it's working. They're taking everything. They're taking every dime of it. So I mean, I was completely prepared, even though I was pissed off about it. I was completely prepared to have them, pay them back the percentage, and I would have been left with about 20%. But that's not the way they're looking at it. They're saying I have to pay them back all of it. So it doesn't make sense. So I mean, that popped into my mind right before I was getting ready to edit the video, that I didn't explain that thoroughly. I knew I had to pay some back, but again, I was under the impression it was supposed to be a percentage of it. No, and that's not it. They want it all. So you guys need to know that. It's a fraud. So, to cut to the short. Oh, no. I want to get this out of the way too. They also recommended their lawyer. And the reason they said was because their lawyer deals in nothing but this. This is what they don't deal in any other kind of cases, only Social Security, and they are good. They are very good at getting you your Social Security benefits. And they are. And there's a reason for that, because they are working for the Hartford. This insurance company, or this lawyer's company, is called Allsup. ALLSUP. I'm pretty sure that's how you spell it. So it is in the benefit of the company that you apply for that Social Security right away. If you are awarded your Social Security, that lump sum check that you get from them, you have to pay it back to them. So your whole check, 100% of it, goes right back to the insurance company. And it's really funny too, because the insurance company tells you that you can make up to, that as long as you don't make over 20% of what they're paying you, it's okay. And even after you're awarded your Social Security, you can still keep them on and they'll send you a check minus what you're getting from the Social Security Administration. even though the Social Security Administration will allow you to make more than what the insurance company does. So you see where I'm getting here, guys. This is not them giving you a benefit that you paid for and now you need. This is them giving you a non-interest loan is what it is. The only thing you don't have to pay back is the lawyer fee, which gets deducted straight out of your checkings account. That is also a requirement. You have to give them your banking information so they can check to make sure you are not getting any money on the side, or and if you are, you better be able to explain it. Like, I sold this, I sold that, my wife's got, is working, she has her own income, don't touch that shit. But yeah, you have to give them that. This gives them the power to take their greedy little grubby paws and jump right into your bank account and grab the money that they say is owed them. Here's my problem with this. Whenever they pitch this whole thing to you at your job, they need to be specific about what this is. In reality, this is a loan. This is a no interest loan is what it is. And the only way this is insurance is if you do not get your Social Security. Say you were denied. And most people do. I thought I was going to get denied. I was told 100% of people get denied. Well, that's not true. Mine was awarded. But a lot of people do. And I know somebody that personally that worked with me up there that they were denied, and now he's going for his first hearing. And if he's awarded Social Security, again, when he gets his check, he's going to have to pay that whole thing back to them. And this person was telling me he was under the impression from them that there was a $6,000 ceiling. No, that is not true. Because believe me, it is almost $7,000 I'm going to have to pay back to the Hartford. I'm going to do it. I signed the papers stating that, hey, I should have read the fine print. Guys, and this is why I'm putting this video out. For those of you that, like me, don't read the freaking fine print, I'm giving you this information so you know, and you're well aware of it. Is it worth purchasing? Yeah, I mean, it depends, It depends on your situation. If you're worried about making ends meet and paying the bills right away, then yeah, you probably should. But if your spouse is working, you might want to hold off on that. Because you're going to get that back pay from the Social Security anyways. And I'm going to jump back into this whole, you're required to sign up for Social Security while receiving money from them. It is in their clause that you have to, and you can't just not do it. You have to do it. And the reason they do that is so they get their money back. Again, guys, this is a fucking racket. This is not an insurance policy. This is a loan. Straight and simple. The only way it is not a loan is if you do not get awarded Social Security. And then if you don't get awarded Social Security, you don't have to pay them back. So, if you guys are looking for a really nice business venture to get into, and you have some backers, or say you got a little bit of money put aside, this is a no-risk investment. Plain and simple, man. Where else can you go and draw money in from people, and it's yours? You may not have to pay anything to those, people. They may get fired, they may, get another job, whatever, or they may never go disabled and retire. That's all money in their pocket, and that's the way insurance works. You may not have to use it, and that's what they're hoping for, because then they make money. It's a business. But when you purchase an insurance policy and you have to use it, you're not expected, or you're not planning on having to pay that back. Again, it's an insurance policy, not a loan. So guys, you all, again, I'm putting this video out there for any of you that are at work, still working now, that either are thinking of getting an extended, long-term disability insurance plan, or already have one at work. I would think long and hard about renewing that policy. Again, the decision's up to you, and it sounds really, really good to be able to have them, still send you money, although it's quite a bit less than what you were making, so you can still buy groceries and stuff like that. It is a nice, thing to have at the time, but remember, if you are awarded your Social Security, you're going to have to pay. You're going to have to pay all that back that was being paid to you at the time that you applied for Social Security. So, again, I would hold off on applying for Social Security as long as possible. I know they demand that you do it. I would still hold off on it. Hold off as long as you can until they say, okay, if you don't, then we're going to cut your checks. Then okay, do it. But guys, I would hold off on it. That's all I have. If you have any questions, feel free to post below. I'll answer any of them. Guys, that's why I started this channel. I started this channel for people like me who have had a life-sustaining injury that put them out of work. Mostly strokes. That's what that's the only thing I know because I've had one. And again, we talk about insurance. We talk about just getting on with life, like my hobbies. I'm still doing the YouTube channel. Reloading. I reload firearms. I reload ammunition for firearms. It keeps me busy, keeps me sane. I was going to make this video yesterday, actually today, right after I got off the phone with these people, but I was so furious. I couldn't even, and I'm really mad now. It's still hard to put the words in, my thoughts into words. So guys, if I flubber a little bit, you're gonna have to excuse me. But that's about it. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Please share this video if you know somebody that is still working, or if you know somebody that's still working and they're offered this insurance, make sure that you fill them in on this information. It is very important. Alright guys, that's all I have. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.